Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to Spicy Sunflower Tarot. This is going to be a general monthly reading for the sign of Aquarius for the month of October. I've already done a pre-shuffle and a meditation over the cards. I am using the Light Seers Tarot. And just one more shuffle. Aquarius can be your sun, your moon, your rising. It can be Mars or Venus placement. Wherever you have Aquarius in your chart, this reading might fit. And tune into your intuition. See what Spirit has for you. God, your guardian angels, whatever beneficent source that you believe in, that you have love and that loves you, that is something I like to just tune into as I shuffle or as I'm getting ready to get a reading myself. Aquarius, I'm going to do a Celtic cross spread, giving the best general overview for the month of October. I'll lay the cards out in their positions and then we'll come back and discuss. So I'm looking for the first card to be the current energy, the main energy for October. And not going to do reversals. So if they flip out in the reverse, I flip them right back up because I just want to get, the main energy of the card. So that's what I'm doing today. Your current energy, Aquarius, October. We have Hierophant, challenging the Queen of Swords. Up in the mind is the Eight of Wands. Previous energy is Seven of Cups. Down in the bottom, Two of Cups. Ooh, love in the future, Judgment. Good, good. These are going to be face down until we get here. So moving in that spread. At the bottom of the deck, we have Six of Cups. We've got a lot of heartfelt space here, some nostalgia, going back, remembering when time was sweet and love was pure and, life was new and, there wasn't anything tainting how we see, how we feel about things. So I also like to think of this as soulmate energy, as a past life, past love energy, if you believe in that at all. So this is showing up at the bottom of the deck, just a little precursor. It's like the preview. It's like the trailer for a movie. But as you move into the center for you, Aquarius, we have major arcana for the sign of Taurus. Hierophant, card number 5, representing you and your current energy in an enlightened state. Maybe you've been through a lot. You have taken some hits. It's like what is that slogan for takes a licking and keeps on ticking? Is that for Timex? Gosh, I'm dating myself. But anyways, you're strong. You are so strong. And I think you know that, Aquarius, and you've been through it. But you're still smiling. You're not down. You may have gotten knocked over, but you didn't stay down. So I think you are looking ahead. You're looking forward to what's ahead. I think maybe for the first time in a long time, you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. This staircase leading up to the sky is also very symbolic for the Jacob's ladder in the Bible. So spiritual ascension, coming into your own, feeling your growth, your expansion. Like I said, your spiritual ascension. This can also be you joining forces with whatever, if it's a priest, if it's a pastor at a church, if this is a yoga teacher, somebody with some spiritual knowledge has entered your life, and you are really gaining a lot from that connection, from that exposure, from that person being in your world. The Hierophant can also mean marriage, anything institutional. So churches, synagogues, yoga studios, anything where we gain spiritual knowledge. So the Hierophant just says that's either the connection that you're in or that's you achieving that status. Maybe, like I said, it could be you getting married. So anything institutional. So that's there. That's your heart of the reading here for the month of October, the Hierophant. What's challenging this spiritual ascension process? Old speak the truth, Queen of Swords, uh, coming out hot, speaking their truth, whether you want to hear it or not. This can be you. So here, let me explain where I'm going. Here you are, just floating on a cloud, eating your spiritual Wheaties, when all of a sudden here comes life smack dab in the middle of your glorious mountaintop experience. Here comes work on Monday. Here comes changes in the workplace. Here comes your boss saying, what they're expecting of you is changing, or I'm just giving some examples of what can put you into this state. So you can go from 0 to 60 in 2.2 seconds. And that's why it's showing up as a conflict, because you're feeling blissful, and then here comes whatever and turns you into a bad what, sitting there with your hand on your chin like the thinker statue, thinking your thoughts, because it's swords, it's air energy. So you're familiar with that sort of energy, strategizing, plotting, planning, looking out for whoever is messing around in your kingdom. You've got this sword and you will use it. And that means you will cut people, places, and things out of your life that no longer serve you. So, act right or get out, pretty much. It always reminds me of this bumper sticker that my aunt used to have on her car, and it said, get in, sit down, shut up, and hold on. I think that's Queen of Swords, is I'm not messing around. I have things to do, people to see, places to go. You're in my way. Get the heck out. So an agenda, strategy, analysis, analytical thinking, learning and viewing, and it just, she or he, this is just a feminine version of the king or the queen, mastering the air energy, being all about it, communication, written or spoken. The truth will prevail, the truth will come out. This is a Libra energy. But yeah, it's a drastic conflict with a contrast for beginning in the Hierophant energy. And then here comes Queen of Swords with truth. Let's get down to earth. Let's think about things realistically and diplomatically. Let's stop being so ethereal. And where you came from, your recent past, 7 of Cups. Choices, decisions. Man, he's got the hand to the chest, the chin too, just like Queen of Swords. But man, I don't know. I mean, I have to make a choice, but I don't know which one to choose. They all look good. I mean, they're all shiny, they have cool things in them, but just know what you came from. You knew that you had to make a choice. You knew that a choice was going to be expected of you. You knew that as you're heading into October, something needed to be chosen by you. How you were going to feel about whatever it was. It's cups, it's your emotions. So you were feeling your feelings and you were thinking your thoughts about which one do I choose. And it's critical because whatever it was that you chose led you into this month. So I think you did make that choice of, I really want to put my my spiritual priorities in order. I need to start going back to church. I need to start going back and doing yoga, meditating, praying, going down to whatever monastery, synagogue, whatever place of worship that you like to go to. You really needed to get yourself back in alignment. And that beautiful spiritual state just being challenged by facts of life, the hard, cold truth, the reality of every day, of Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, of, black and white is really what it seems. Here you're thinking in rainbows and unicorns, and here comes the cold, hard truth. Well, in the heart is that energy, in the soul is the Two of Cups. So either you have fallen in love, you're thinking about falling in love, love is in your life. A soulmate union is very present. A soulmate connection, or it's a job partnership. It's a connection of two becoming one. So signing on the dotted line, maybe that is marriage because the Hierophant is there in the center. So Two of Cups is down in the soul or in the recesses of your being, giving a lot of thought to joining up with another in the heart space. I'll put mine and you put yours, and we will do this together. And on your mind, at the top of the spread, is the Eight of Wands. So whatever it is that is going on in the month of October, it's going on quickly. It's fast. It's rapid. It's like fireworks in the sky. It's 8 wands all at once. This can be social media. This can be messages, text messages, phone calls, emails. It's just everything going quickly. This can just also be receiving information that needs to be acted upon, and needs to be acted upon quickly. The Eight of Wands is fast, and that leads you into the future energy of the Judgment. A judgment call has to be made, a judgment by you, Aquarius, of the old me is gone, the new me is here. And so I really love this reborn image in the card where, the spirit self is being lifted from the body. And the Judgment really does mean, in the traditional Rider-Waite tarot cards, the Archangel Gabriel is blowing his trumpet, like in the book of Revelation, and the believers are taken up to heaven. And so I think that's what's happening here. Something very big spiritually, like I said, Hierophant, something very spiritually amazing has happened or is going to happen in your life, where you will really get that feeling that the old you is gone, the new you, I'm going to say it like this, the new and improved you is coming out. And I think that was, you've been waiting for this to happen. Maybe that's interesting because Queen of Swords, maybe you've had to make some very tough decisions in order for your spiritual life to be a certain way. Just some ideas. This is really cool. This is a great reading. I'm going into the staff portion. What is your internal energy? And this is more swords. So again, Aquarius, I think you're very familiar with this sword energy, but this one is inside. You still feel the pain and the ache from something that hurt you. So Three of Swords is heartbreak energy. It can also be third party energy where, you thought that there was just two beautiful cups and really there was three people involved in the relationship, you, your person, and another person. And you can just really, when you get to thinking about it, you can really think about it until it hurts all over again and your heart breaks all over again. This is showing up in your internal energy, and I think that is very meant to be, because I think that it is time for you to finally heal this. I think that is why in your future orientation, I think it's time to let it go. I think it's time for you to consider that spiritual confidant, that spiritual ascension process to release the hurt in your heart that has been holding you back from being the best that you can be. What is in your external energy surrounding you that affects you? Opulence. This is very single. This is you loading your pentacles up, celebrating your wins and your victories. In your environment, you are looking around like the Queen of Wands, surveying your kingdom, and you are so proud of all of your investments, of all of your you're proud. You're proud of what you've accrued. You have money in the bank, you have health, you have family that loves you, you can just sit and go down your gratitude list, and you're so grateful, you're successful, you're independent, you're entrepreneurial. So I think that your external energy is you're surveying the scene of your environment, and you're noticing and feeling the blessings that are just raining down on you. Your hopes and fears. 8 of Swords, analysis paralysis. So while I think that you aren't afraid to think your thoughts, I think you're afraid to get tied up in them. I think you're afraid to let your thoughts bind you and make you feel like you're stuck. You're really not. That's what I think the reality of having hopes and fears, the same energy, is that you always have a choice. Whether you're going to see yourself in the mirror as a helpless, scared, tied up victim, or are you going to see the reality of what the truth is, that you are a calm, healthy individual who takes care of themselves and their family, who is a no BS kind of person, but who is also elevated and spiritually ascended and illuminated and reborn. So, how are you going to see yourself? That is your decision. Healthy and happy, or wounded and victimized? 3 of Swordsy. Your final outcome, the 4 of Wands. Happy life, happy life. This is celebration. This is woohoo, we made it. This is heck yeah, we're having a party. I got the tambourine, you bring the candles, we'll have food, there will be dancing, there will be singing, there will be celebrations. We are going to get that tent roused, those flags up. We are going to party till the break of dawn. So 4 of Wands is the 1111. This can also indicate soulmate energy. So 4 of Wands is happy, celebration, happy life, happy home, happy spouse, happy house, happy wife, happy life. It's any of those silly, cute phrases, but happy, okay? Celebration. We are just feeling the glow of life. Aquarius, this was a cool reading. Thank you for joining with me, and I hope that this helps you in your journey. I do want to give you an oracle card with a great message and an affirmation that you can come back to and use throughout the month of October to hopefully just kind of keep you grounded and centered. And this one says, the beacon of truth. Pause and tune in to your inner guidance before taking action. I choose what's right. That's awesome. That's really beautiful. Aquarius, thank you so much for your energy. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching, liking, sharing, following, subscribing. I love how you interact with the channel. It really does help. So thank you again. Be blessed. Be well. Namaste.